Nick Boles is bridging the generational gap and serving the community.
Hi, I'm Sandy Jacobson, and today on Meet the Candidates, we're speaking to Nick Boles. Thanks and welcome, Nick.
Thank you, Sandy.
Let's start with development. If you are elected, how would you decide which development agreements to support? What would be your criteria?
The biggest criteria that I could think of would be what community benefits each particular development brings to the community. Right now, developers are coming in hand over foot because it is such a desirable place to build new real estate and new development projects. So the first thing I'd be looking for is there some type of component of affordable housing? We have one of the highest rental rates, market rental rates in the entire Los Angeles County, so that's something that really needs to be focused on. Another potential benefit could be helping us speed up towards our 2020 water self-sufficiency plan by adding perhaps a water reservoir somewhere within the new development. Other than that, we could help with the homeless issue. There's tons of different ways that these new developments could really help boost our capital improvement projects or social services.
We had a letter from a community member, and she wrote this question. I'm going to read it. Do we need to keep the Santa Monica Airport open to aid in the relief effort in the event there's a major earthquake or other natural disaster? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think that an airport per se will make that big of an impact should there be a disaster. What I do think is if there is a big disaster, we're going to need to help ourselves. So as I was training with the community emergency response team that we have right here in Santa Monica, and we've had about 7 classes so far, we really need to make sure that we can take care of ourselves as a city. And I believe in the Northridge earthquake, we didn't see outside help from Los Angeles for a couple days. Mm-hmm. So what I would be more fascinated to see is making sure that we are self-sufficient within Santa Monica and not depend on an airport to bring outside support.
All right, so in talking now about transportation, we encourage private businesses mm-hmm. to have their employees use public transportation to come to work.
Right.
And that's all well and good, except a lot of people, kids who are on minimum wage, work in the restaurants or at the movies, the movie theaters. Yeah. And the buses have stopped running mm-hmm. by that time. Mm-hmm. How can the city accommodate these employees and their businesses so that we can continue to have a vibrant downtown and yet let them use public transportation?
Right, and that's a really good point. And the Big Blue bus system shuts down a little early. And the truth is 85% of those routes actually go outside of Santa Monica to really help these people come in and outside, as we're really connected to the more regional economy. So what we need to do is figure out ways to increase the Big Blue bus hours to accommodate these people who are working not the general 9-to-5 schedule or sometimes working even past 10:30. Right now, I believe the Bergamot Arts District and that stop is going through a development plan, and the funds and the revenue generated from that site should be infused into the current Big Blue bus system, which could accommodate longer bus hours as well as possible higher frequency of routes.
Let's talk about education. How do you envision the relationship between the city government and the school district, and what do you see happening in the future as we go forward?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that the key to education and the city government and city council is creating open lines of communication as well as collaboration. We've done a really good job of that with our current city manager, Rod Gould, as well as the current city council. When we look at things like the Master Facilities Use Agreement, which really takes a lot of stress out of maintaining our school system, as well as Measure YYY, which infused more money into our education system. These are really, really important pieces that help keep our education system strong. So the biggest thing that we need to do is make sure that there are open lines of communication, that we collaborate between a representative of City Council, a representative from the college representing SMC, and then a representative from Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District to talk and find overlapping concerns and issues in order to really move our education system forward and help close things like the achievement gap or other types of challenges that we're having.
Very good. Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you for watching. Remember to get out and vote on November 4th.